many different people. But the most important thing to know about a park is it is probably the most democratic place in your entire country. For everybody of any ethnic or financial background can do as they please within your park. You can walk the park with the richest man in the world, or you can sit at a bench with a man who is homeless. It is absolutely most democratic, and it's the best way to invest your tax dollars. This park has many, many memories for me. But what I want to talk about first is the historic significance of this park. You've heard the name Olmsted when they talk about the design of this park. Olmsted is Frederick Law Olmsted, the man who built Central Park, and then, as they say, he got it right when he built Central Park. His sons took over the firm when he retired, and in 1921, when Union County had 100,000 people living in the county, it qualified to build a park system. With all the intelligence of a smart park commission board, they contacted the Olmsted Brothers landscape architecture firm to see if they could build the park system. That's right, build. This park, 100 years ago, was not here. Linden Road ran straight through to St. George Avenue, and there was 10 houses along that road. There was no lake. The lake was built. The brilliance of the Olmsted firm is that everything they build looks natural. As you drive the circulation of this park and you keep wandering around all little curves, every time you go around a curve, you get like a new vista, a new view. It's kind of like another scene in a movie. That's the brilliance of the Olmsted design. Warnaco Park is the key part of the Union County Park System. The Olmsted brothers were contacted because Rawway River in Cranford was being polluted beyond belief. And they were clamoring to the county, what are you going to do about it? So they thought you could, put pipes through and cover it over and bury your rivers. Or we could contact the Olmsted firm and do what they did up in Boston, which was take the Back Bay Fens and the accompanying rivers and streams and build the Emerald Necklace. So the proposal from the Olmsteds was to build 2 linear park systems all the way through the park, following the river corridors of the Rawway River and the Elizabeth River, and then to build standalone parks for general use. Warnaco Park is really a mini Central Park, and the original designs show that. Unfortunately, the Great Depression of 1929 stopped the park building for Union County, and many of the features for this park were not built, and now probably would not be amenable or smart to build. There was a bandshell plan and a fountain and a beautiful area over by where the 2 lanes of trees go, the 2 double of trees. That was supposed to be the centerpiece of the park. It isn't, and the cost to build it would be extremely immense, but it's a great investment if it were to be done. I love Warnaco Park. I grew up in this park. I grew up in Roselle Park, but I came to this park. I remember when I was 5, 6, coming with my grandparents over to the lake, bringing old bread to feed the ducks and these swans. And then when that lake froze, I remember learning how to speed skate over there from some older gentleman that had speed skates. The skates were that big and I couldn't do it. I was about 8. I fell down and said I could never skate. But that always froze, and we skated there before, in fact, before they even built the skating center. I remember a gentleman over here at the high point at this curve in the long meadow that we have. There was a gentleman I used to be when I was a kid. He used to fly kites, and he used to let us hold them, and he would put them up. And they would go up, and there would be a dot in the sky, and every once in a while they'd break, and we'd ask him, how do you get them back? He goes, I put my name on them. They find them in Staten Island. I get them back. He was a real cool guy. I still don't know his name, but what a wonderful man he was. But one of my favorite memories of Warnaco Park is the stadium, which is now gone. When I was young, in the mid-60s, 10, 12, my brother and I, on Easter morning, would grab a blanket and come over here at about 5 o'clock in the morning and sit in the stadium. And on Easter Sunday, they would have a non-denominational sunrise service with the cross coming up across the field and the sun coming up in the trees. To me, it's one of the most remarkable religious experiences of my life, and it happened right here in Warnaco Park. I have right here, this is the preliminary map of what Warnaco Park looked like before it was built. There were 3 criteria for this park to be built. The first one was presence of unimproved land in which the existing natural resources could be enhanced for public enjoyment. 2 was ease of accessibility for visitors on foot and via mass transit. 1922, mass transit. And the prime example that it exists is on St. George Avenue, where you can buy the hot dogs. That original intent was a bus drop-off loop. And it was built for that purpose. It is not used that way anymore, but it's true. And the third, and probably most important part, was availability of land to build a county athletic field and its accessories. They built it here, and now, with great acumen of our freeholding board, they are regenerating this here, our athletic facility, for the next 50 to 100 years. Thank you very much.